feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
Okay. All right. Let's get into a few things. First and foremost, and we're gonna jump around here, chat. So for topics, just please don't. We're gonna jump around a bit. Oh shit, we should talk about this shit too. Let me first react to this thing, which I'm kind of surprised about. One of my favorite podcasts is Flagrant 2. I really like this podcast. This podcast is hosted by my man Andrew Schulz. I think he's a phenomenal comedian, a phenomenal orator, a very smart, intellectual type of guy, very witty. If you've ever seen this guy do stand-up, he's fucking genius. And he has his podcast. Part of the reason why he's so popular is because the podcast is really infectious. In recent times, his co-host, Akash Singh, came under fire after his girl, who was doing a podcast as well, said some things that people thought were emasculating and disparaging to him. He brought her on the podcast, trying to explain it away, basically saying that she never lied and also that she's like just tongue-in-cheek joking around. But ultimately, it led to him pretty much disappearing from the podcast in the last month or two. The internet has been relentless in roasting him, calling him a hypocrite, claiming that he used to clown the likes of Will Smith. He used to call people cucks. And according to how his wife paints their relationship, maybe he would fit the same bill. Nevertheless, after bringing her on the podcast to try to explain all this nonsense away, he has not been on the podcast for a while. And today it was announced by Andrew Schulz that Akash will not be returning to the podcast. Actually, don't listen to me. Listen to Andrew.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant. Schultz here, Alex Media, Marky Gagnon. Miles is back there.
Yes,
and we're on the West Coast. Thank you, Alex Media, for hosting us in WTF Media Los Angeles studios. Beautiful, lovely.
Nice.
Don't you guys dare say you like this better. Okay? We spent way too much money on that podcast studio in New York City. But come check out the podcast here if you guys are in town. Now, we got to address the elephant in the room, no pun intended. Okay? As I'm sure you guys are aware, our boy Akash, he really went through it earlier this year, showed amazing resilience and, selling out Radio City recently, setting records in Toronto, just crushing stand-up around the globe, and literally just like living the dreams that he would tell me about at 2 a.m. when we're eating fucking egg sandwiches at Veselka. So it's been amazing to see, but the experience has put things in perspective for him. And he's made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod. It is bittersweet. We wish that he did not want to do that. But at the same time, it's very hard not to root for your friend, literally living his dreams. And if he feels he's got to give everything to that, then that's exactly what he's got to do. And we're going to rock with him. We hope you guys continue to rock with him. Go check out the show. We saw the show, Radio City. It's phenomenal. You guys should absolutely go check it out. AkashSing.com for tickets. So we just wanted to, clear the air. Akash hasn't been on the pod for a while. We thought it was time that we, talk to you guys about it. Thoughts, boys?
It's bittersweet because this is my brother. I love him. I was here day one of this podcast, and it's like, all right, we were started together and together. Bad boys for life.
Yeah.
Some gay shit, But yeah, man, I'm proud of him. I'm just so fucking proud. Like, being at Radio City and just seeing, just everybody was animated. Like, they loved it. Like, I'm just proud of him. And I think back to when we surprised him when I came home from Sweden.
Oh, yeah, his reaction was incredible.
His reaction, like, he didn't even care. The cameras are there, jumped up, gave me the biggest fucking bear hug. I didn't know he was that strong.
Yeah, for those of you guys, maybe your newer listeners, Alex got locked up when we were on tour in Sweden, and we didn't tell Akash that he got out.
Yeah.
And then there's an earlier episode where he just bursts in the room, and Akash sees him for the first time, thinking he was in jail the whole time, and Akash just goes crazy, and it was just pure love. It was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love you, brother, but, we'll see each other, so it's all good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool to see all the like the venues he's selling out and everything that he's doing. I remember even like when I very first came to New York, riding in an Uber with him, and he was talking about this exact thing. You know, he's like, yeah, man, like the pod's cooking, but like I want to be that guy. And then now he's doing all the stuff that he said. Yeah. And yeah, it's just really exciting. Like as a comic, I think we can understand. It's like, yeah, dude, you have an opportunity. I mean, he's going to be an MSG like soon.
Go get it.
You know what I mean?
Go get it.
It's cool to see.
Yeah.
And I remember the very first clip of this pod I ever saw before I was even on it was Premium Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that clip? It's back in Engine Room, and he's trying to describe the length of his penis, and he holds up a remote.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, brother. Shout out to these three. I will say it's incredibly odd how this is taking place. By the way, no, this is just odd. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Flagrant's not telling us exactly what went on. You know, they did a good job of saying, hey, pretty much he's not gonna be on a podcast anymore, but the guy's not dead. Right? Like, if they're acting like he died. Like, he didn't die. He spent, like, years on a podcast, and he can't come on the podcast to give a goodbye episode? Like, come on. Something's up. Something stinks. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't do a podcast for 4 or 5 years, and I'm alive and well, and I just stopped coming to the podcast, and I don't even do one final episode with the boys. If you have no problem with the boys, do one final episode, and even to those audience, because I ain't gonna lie to you, Akash, I remember seeing Akash at Caroline. Akash, thank you for inviting me. And by the way, he always invited me when he did shows in Jersey. He did some shows in New Brunswick too. And I really appreciated him for that. But I watched him grind up from like 300 or 400. Well, not me. I didn't go to every show, but I saw when he was doing, was it Caroline's or whatever, like a bunch of nights like in a week. And to watch him do like 7,500 or 8,500, whatever Radio City Hall is, Radio City Music Hall, is pretty dope. But just also being honest, is like, dog, part of the reason you got to that point is because of the podcast. The podcast has been your promotion engine. The podcast is part of your extended family. I do find it odd that he has disappeared from the podcast and there isn't a goodbye episode. Why not? That's odd. I'm going to be honest. Only in radio do people prevent the person from having a goodbye episode. Why? Because if you're getting fired from radio, they don't want you to say something that could get them in trouble with the FCC. Was it FCC? Or FTC? FCC. Or they don't want you to go promote a competitor. But this is a podcast. And I've always thought of Flagrant as, you know, I've been on there many times. I've thought of it as when I go on there, I want to see my guys. And my guys is Andrew Schulz and Akash Singh with the other two guys, right? No disrespect to them. So to see him kind of leave, it's like to see him kind of leave the podcast without a goodbye episode. Just even, yo, listen, you know, right now I got to prioritize family. You know, we've went through a lot. I went through a lot. You know, I'm also having some success by doing shows. I want to just focus on this. I'm going to step back from the pod. And I love y'all. Maybe one day I return. Something like that, but address the audience. Something stinks here. And it makes me kind of feel there's a few possibilities. Now, these are my guys, so I kind of don't want to like speculate too much. But it's kind of obvious to anyone with a brain. It's either Akash don't get along with these guys no more, and it's a rift behind the scenes and no one's saying it. Right? That probably is the most likely scenario because I'm telling you, why not do a goodbye episode? Number two, it could also be where this has taken such a toll on Akash mentally and his family life that it's just not a fit situation to be on camera at all with the podcast anymore, which I think you guys might have some opinions about that because it's like, hey, so you're telling me that your girl got you in a particular mindset where you can't even do your successful podcast anymore? Like, what? Nevertheless, I hope he's happy. I hope he's happy. He's always been like so nice to me. And I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. And I ain't gonna lie to you, like, this might be fake of me. I haven't even reached out because I don't even know what to say to him. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't say nothing to him about his wife. Like, that's his fucking wife. So it's like, I mean, I could hit him up and be like, hold your head, but it's like, I can't talk to a man about his wife at the end of the day. So I kind of do look at this. If he's not going to return to the podcast, I think he's picking his family over the podcast. And, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I hope he's happy. I feel like he's went through a lot. I hope he's happy, or it makes him happier. What happens to Flagrant? That boy Andrew Schulz is a motherfucking beast. They're going to be just fine. They're going to be just fine. That boy Andrew Schulz, he one of them. He's a beast. They're going to be fine. But I do hope Akash kind of lands on his feet. And if no potting is what works. And also I pray for his relationship too. Again, I keep telling you, there's certain people, I know the internet wants to, put it like this. I'll say this. The internet probably, if y'all want to consider yourself successful at anything, I knew y'all would have bullied him off the podcast before y'all would ever bully him. Look at Myron calling me. Before y'all would ever bully him to leave his wife. Mr. Gaines.
Yo,